Hi, my name is Doris Skyford, and I'm be talking about study research we had to do on for my MSW class, the research class, a single case design. And this study was conducted by one of my co-workers at work, Dr. Deborah DeFries. Okay, let's get started. I'll start with the demographic for Dr. Deborah DeFries. She has a LMSW. She's a 60-year-old white social worker. She's really awesome lady. Social worker for nonprofit organization providing services for homeless and underprivileged individuals. She's married and mother of 3 children and 6 grandchildren. She's dedicated to the services of others. She has a strong spiritual base as reflected in the fact that her middle daughter and son-in-law are missionaries in Africa. Really awesome family. I met them and they are really wonderful family. And Deborah goes there once a year for 2 months in a year and help them out. Uh, Doing a great job there in Zambia, taking care of her own orphanage home. Really great people. Her demographic continuum. She has no history of mental illness. She says she has an excellent physical health. She takes no medication. And she says she's feel healthy and she look healthy. She does look healthy. The demographic continues. Reason why she came, she wanted to get rid of diabetes. She look healthy. Didn't look like it. She ready got a good size weight. She wanted to get rid of her diabetes from all her diet. She think that it's not good for her. She been trying to do this for the past 2 years. She said, but haven't been successful. She kind of was just addicted to it, and she want to really get rid of it because she know it's not good for her health. So at work, and she said, "Oh, I told her I had this project," and she said, "Oh, okay. You can do it on me because I want to get rid of Pepsi, but I need some help." So I was really excited to get started there. And that's how we started. But not putting the cart before the horse. The assessment, the current research on soda has led Deborah to the following conclusion. Deborah has concluded that after 20 years of consuming Diet Pepsi, that the subject is a risk to her health. The subject has determined that the aspartame or the sugar in Pepsi or Diet Pepsi causes her to deviate from her normal pattern of behavior. Like she just think it's not good for her health. Goal setting and case formalization. Goal setting and case formalization. For Deborah, her goal agreed upon is to reduce her drinking Diet Pepsi from 5 to 0 a day. Her intervention is to drink caffeine-free Diet Pepsi to reduce her intake of Diet Pepsi. Her objective is to reduce her soda intake to at least 2 a week or 0. Deborah kept a daily chart of her soda intake and I recorded the average level 0 to 5 for each week. See chart below. Data analysis for my client Deborah with a self-monitoring skill. We started with like an observer, which was made Doris Skyford. The client was Deborah DeFries. Her behavior drinking Diet Pepsi time period 2 months, like 8 weeks, from February 20th to April 10th. I have the dates, the month, the dates, and how her number of time behavior occurred, like 5 times a day. She was drinking Pepsi in the time of day, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. was her baseline because she goes to work, stop at the drive-through in the morning, get breakfast, and 10 o'clock she get a cook from the machine at work, and 12 noon for lunchtime, and 4 p.m. on her way home from work, and 7 p.m. before she go to bed. So she has a pattern there, and I had her name some of the location just to get a good baseline of what's going on. She stopped at Burger King, and she's something at McDonald's in the morning, and just different drive-through. But she give me some list of drive-through there, and some comments she made. Deborah stopped at the Burger King drive-through on her way to work. Way home from work, she ordered extra Diet Pepsi to take home. And on the 27th, she had another list there. She stopped at McDonald's and got a cook from work on the cook machine and at home. And she sometimes buy drinks from Walmart and keep it in her home for extra drinks. And Deborah stopped at the McDonald's drive-thru on her way home. On her way to work, she bought a Diet Pepsi from Coke machine at work. She had extra drink at home. Those are just some of the comments she had. She gave me for the weekday, so I ought to record some of it. Have it. And she continued goal setting and formalization. She continued to record that. On the 13th, we started. On the 6th, actually, we started intervention. You can see that she started with a caffeine free, and she said she didn't really like the taste, so she had 4 drinks that day. She skipped one session. Then on the 13th, she had motions. March 13th, she cut back to 3 drinks. She said, I didn't like the taste at all, so I'm drinking less, so I think it's working. I was there, yeah. On the 20th, she actually cut back. She said, I'm gonna have 2 drinks today, cause she just had a 8 a.m. and 12 noon at lunchtime. She didn't go back to the drive-thru on her way home, and she didn't get any extra for home. Then on the 27th, she had 1 drink because she passed through Hattie's drive-thru to get her breakfast, so she got 1 drink, and that 1 drink lasted her all day, she said. So on the April 3rd, she had no drink at all. She said, I didn't like the taste and I just didn't want it again. So she went all day with Diet Pepsi, which we were talking about, and she only had a bottle of water. I was very happy and excited for her. And on the intervention, and then she had no drinks of Diet Pepsi or caffeine-free Pepsi. She had none. So yeah, I was happy for her. And she past 2 weeks she been drinking water, which is awesome. The qualifying problem measurement, I used the individual rating scale. As you see, we just started with a label there, like observer, and the client with diaper decrease, and the behavior was the drinking Diet Pepsi. And the qualifying problem and use of scale, the rating scale, 1, 0 meaning never, no soda at all. 1 meaning 1 per day or 1 drink a day of Diet Pepsi or caffeine-free Pepsi. 2 meaning 2 to 3 a day, and 4 to 5 drink per day of soda, and 5 meaning 5 or more. So measuring scale, and client choose a self-monitoring scale. I choose the IRS rating scale to measure my client Diet Pepsi daily soda intake. I set an angle on the scale from 0 to 5, with 0 being not having Diet Pepsi, the soda at all, and 5 being the extra drink of Diet Pepsi The client would document for the month of February what time of day, where she is, and how many diet Pepsi she could drink in order to develop a baseline and any other relevant information to achieve the client goal. The rationale is to use the most simplified scale to measure and record my client daily drink of Diet Pepsi soda. IRS scale is the most simplified way to measure Deborah outcome. IRS scale is effective and accurate way to measure her soda intake. IRS qualifying problems continue. IRS is also individualized. Other scale like standardized scale is used for when measuring population with special behavior or mental disorder. Weekly meeting with client and collecting daily recording of her number of soda drink like Diet Pepsi, which we are talking about, are ways of validating reliability and validating. Translation was um not sure how to say that word, but it's all part of the in the process there. Getting goal setting and case formalization. The client agreed to eliminate the consumption of Diet Pepsi from her daily drink. Baseline data was collected for 2 weeks from February 20th to the 27th. It was discussed and the client agreed to start intervention process. See graph. Problem was drinking too much Diet Pepsi. Goal is to reduce her drink of Diet Pepsi to zero. Objective is to drink caffeine-free Diet Pepsi gradually for the month of March to decrease consumption. There is no additional goal or objective for Deborah. Evaluation design. This is an A/B single case design developed to eliminate the consumption of Diet Pepsi by the client. The use of its SCD is to document and analyze data to systematically compare participant target behavior before intervention to the same behavior during and after the intervention has been introduced. The advantages are accurate, simplified, and clear way of measuring withdrawal from soda intake, like Diet Pepsi, which I'm talking about. So by drinking caffeine-free Diet Pepsi as a placebo for the taste, the client will have a slow withdrawal from the caffeine of the regular Diet Pepsi. The research states that the taste of caffeine-free Diet Pepsi is not as satisfying to the subject, thus decrease or totally eliminate the Pepsi from consumption. The disadvantage is it will not allow me to follow up with my client or evaluate client overall improvement after a period of time to see if my intervention caused the changes or was other factor in their life that caused the change. ABA design could be possible considered for future consideration. Intervention. The other intervention is to drink caffeine-free Diet Pepsi gradually for the month of March to decrease consumption of soda. According to research, which showed that the substitution of Diet Pepsi with caffeine-free Diet Pepsi would aid in a decreased consumption of the product. While my client believes she is addicted to the taste, this clinician believes she is addicted to the caffeine. The research states that the taste of caffeine-free Diet Pepsi is not as satisfying to the subject, thus decreasing or totally elimination of the Pepsi from consumption. Intervention. Based on the research, one could conclude that consuming caffeine-free Diet Pepsi result in the elimination of Diet Pepsi consumption. This conclusion occurred with the literature which states that the consumption of caffeine-free Pepsi can result in the elimination of Diet Pepsi in one's daily routine. In data analysis, we see that when it started, we started on the 20th, February 20th, and we have the graph there. From the baseline, it was a 5. So from the intervention, around the 6, she started to decrease to 4, 3, 2, 1, 8, as that shows on the graph. In the graph there. Data analysis continued. Deborah started making good progress during the third week when the intervention was implemented with drinking caffeine-free soda. She continued to make progress toward her goal of 0 Pepsi for the week. She was more stable at the end of the intervention by the 4th, at April 4th, than at the beginning. There was some imbalance of variability at the beginning of the intervention. I can say that overall intervention was successful because after the 4th week, Deborah continued to improve on reaching her goal. Her goal of 0 Pepsi was achieved the last 2 weeks of the intervention. The continuum of the intervention was successful. Conclusion, I'll say my result compared to the literature in ways that it explains and supports result of single case design. The strength of the evaluation is that the single case design used was effective and accurate in measuring the client data process. The only weakness of the evaluation is that there is no way to follow up client progress. The one thing I could do differently to verify long-term effect is to use an ABA design to evaluate my study. My client was very excited about the intervention. She said she was feeling much better and proud of herself for giving up drinking Diet Pepsi after 2 years of trying. And that's my references. It was good studying, and I hope you enjoy it because I sure did. I had a good time doing it, and I was glad it was successful, and glad, very happy and excited for Deborah, and excited I got to do this project too. It was really good, and had a good time doing it, and it just awesome stuff. All right, thank you, and I hope you have a good day. All right, thanks. Bye.